This thing is amazingly powerful for a 4-core APU. I bought it to hold me over till the next gen CPUs and GPUs come out. I can play Rainbow Six Siege high detail 1080p at 60 FPS, Call of Duty Modern Warfare at a AVG 60 FPS at around 900p. It will actually peak to 100 FPS while playing online. It overclocked really well while you don't need to overclock the CPU because PBO boosts it to just over 4.2 GHz no problem. The graphics can be overclocked to 1700 MHz at 1.2 V from stock at 1300 MHz. I am just amazed at its performance for having no dedicated graphics. This review is written by a fool who overkilled his first NAS overkill in that this CPU will never stretch its legs in my build. I like to think that I am offering it a cozy life, but who really knows? I got the G series because I wasn't sure how much graphical processing I was going to implement on my server. I ended up going headless, so part of me wonders if I wasted part of this chip, but then again I don't understand how to. AMD Ryzen is powerful and very efficient. My always-on NAS, and MC server. Absolutely sips power, and there are cores, threads to spare for scaling my file-sharing systems. This is my second Ryzen processor. My first was the 1700 when that was relatively new, for my main PC. I really do love these chips, as I've never had an issue with them. So far, so good. It's very fast compared to the FX6100 system it replaced. Programs are responsive and run perfectly. The included fan is very quiet. I can barely hear that it's even running, and the processor stays nice and cool. The graphics, while not great for today's gaming, are perfect for video. It also does play older games just fine, such as Half-Life 2. Mine actually benched a bit better than average for this processor. I couldn't be happier. With not being a gamer, this CPU is perfect for my needs. It's fairly powerful and saved me quite a bit of money by not having to buy a dedicated graphics card. Great CPU. I was hesitant at first, but I really needed a computer for multipurpose. All I can say is that it's worth every single penny. 1080 highest settings on a couple games so far. You can overclock the crap out of this thing. 4.8 is my best. Runs good. Got it for my X570MB. While I wait on a 30 series GPU, then may upgrade to a low-spec Zen 3. It plays surprisingly well. The Witcher 3 to go over 30 FPS you need to drop to 720p, but a little older games, and it runs Deus Ex Human Revolution at 75 FPS at 1080p at max settings. So it's well worth the 150-ish bucks. I am thinking about making a mini PC with it when I upgrade. It's a nice little APU. If you are looking for integrated graphics at a low price, I don't think you can beat this. Paired this with an MSI B450M Pro VDH Max and a GTX 1066 GB. Works great and plays Destiny at 60 FPS on 1440p with no problems. You will want to buy a better heatsink, the stock one is subpar. If you don't have a GPU, don't fret. The G-series from AMD has integrated graphics, but your gaming will suffer a bit. Ideal for a mid-range entry-level gaming PC. I also purchased the Ryzen 3600 6-core 12-thread and it did benchmark a bit higher, but you do need a GPU if you go that route. Worth it if you can afford it. Yo can try with any game, muy buena tarjeta gráfica integrada. Beyond stoked for receiving the product. Mount in B450m DS3H with Noctua fans. G-Skill 3600 and Adlink S70. I guess I can't be happier on my first build. Decided to get this processor due to the built-in graphic card while I get the GPU. Click link in description for more reviews.